I think everyone can see that, right? We good? All right. Um, so hi everyone. Um, I'm Maggie and I'll be teaching the creative writing class this summer. Um, the instructor and assistant is Alina, but she is not here right now. Um, I don't know how to get to the next slide. Oh, there we go. Um, so I'm a rising senior at Centennial High School. I've been with AST for 2 years, and I taught math and ELA to elementary schoolers at Thunderhill Elementary School for both of those 2 years. And Alina is a rising senior at Reservoir High School, and her experience is that she's been a teacher's assistant at Howard County Summer Institute, as well as doing honor society volunteering. Um, and one fun fact about both of us is that we're both really involved in Model United Nations. All right, so I just wanted to start off by saying that creative writing does not exist in a vacuum. So these ideas, like whether consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously, they come from all around you. They come from music and social studies and art. And I think that when you're teaching creative writing and other humanities subjects, it's really important just to integrate all these things together to make it a more coherent and cohesive experience. And who is this geared toward? So um, ideally, this would be for students in grades 2 through 5 who are interested in creative writing. Students should also be familiar with the basic mechanics of writing, like verb tense or maybe like parts of speech or punctuation. So those are all things that students should have down, but we will review them for maybe some of the younger students. So this is just a general overview of the curriculum. We'll be going over story development, which includes planning outlines and creating characters for fiction stories. We'll also be going over writing techniques, which is the bulk of the curriculum. So this will include stuff like how do you set a tone and a mood for your story based on what genre you're choosing. How do you write effective dialogue? How do you make conversations between your characters without making it too long or too boring, stuff like that. And we'll also be going over some poetry styles. I know that since there's like a pretty large age range, 4 years, some people will have more experience with poetry than others. So we'll be having different types. For example, maybe our younger students could do, say, like limericks or couplets, but our older students might want to move more into free verse poetry. And finally, what will classes be like? So with each class, it'll be guided mostly by writing prompts in terms of what students will be doing. We'll also, our lessons are going to be taught through presentations, much like this one. And we'll also have homework assignments, which are just to write something, and the prompt will be given at the end of each class. There's also opportunities for individual and peer feedback, both from me and Alina and fellow students. And so this allows you to get a wider range of perspectives on your writing. It's what would someone older, like maybe more experienced with writing, such as like me or Alina, say? And then what would your peers say? Because if you're writing for second graders, third graders, if that's what you're going for, like if this is a story to be enjoyed by elementary schoolers, it doesn't matter as much like what we older kids think if your peers can thoroughly enjoy that. So I really hope that students will feel comfortable in my class. Like you don't always have to like reach far beyond what your current capabilities are to be an effective writer for your age. And also because we have, again, that large grade range, some assignments will be grouped by grade level. We may be using breakout rooms for some of the assignments if the lesson plans diverge a lot, but mostly it'll be, say, like if you give a writing prompt, guide like the older students to maybe include like similes, metaphors, personification in your writing, but for second and third graders, that might not be a necessity. And yeah, that's it. Are there any questions?